Okay, my goal of this video, which everybody's been waiting on, and don't mind the resolution or the shakiness because I suck at this, is taking your LG Thrill, which obviously you can see that what this is, and flashing it over to Ice Cream Sandwich 4.0.4 and the appropriate basebands from the United States, which I will go back here and show you. And again, I apologize for the resolution. This is an Aria I'm using actually, and it is not very good for video. About phone, software, and here it is, 4.0.4, which the camera does not focus very well on. And I have data, and I have full reception. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you the walkthrough right now. A couple websites that you're going to need to be on. First one, and most important, is going to be this one right here, which is Forum, the XDA developer show thread, and the thread is 1244490. So the best way to do this is type that into your browser. So pause this for a second, type that in, and hit enter. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a site that's in Russian, as you can see there. And that's fine, because in English it's down below. So we're going to scroll down below. And here is now the English side. So what you need to do is you need to download all these files here, which is right here. They're drivers. Pretty much all it is it's drivers, and the one flasher, and then the LG flasher tool. You need to follow these instructions to the key. There's a couple things that I'm going to say that I didn't do and it worked. Like number 2 here, I didn't do that. I just extracted the file and it gave me an I did set up and it gave me an exe file and it just worked. The OMAP flasher, I did. I installed all my drivers, and then I did all this. And this is very, very important, this next part here. This is the driver installation stuff so you can flash. Up above here, which I did use, and what I did is I opened it up in a separate window. There's all these pictures here. What I would do is open up a separate window, click on the pictures, because you can then go through them all while you're doing this. So you just have to kind of pop back and forth, but it made it easy for me. But the most important part that I realized of this all, and it will not work, is if you don't do this. After the driver installation, you have to go to File Manager, or the Device Manager, and change that port there to 41. It's got to be. And it can't be the USB, and it says right here, it's got to be the USB serial port, not the USB. Oh, it's got to be the CDMA, excuse me, instead of the LG Mobile USB. So make sure that you have that right. And this is easy to do. You just go into your Start, and you go to right-click on my computer, go to Manage. And I'm not going to be changing mine because LG doesn't support Ice Cream Sandwich on this thing yet. And so I don't know how to flash it back yet to get it back into like Froyo to show you. But yeah, here's the port that I was using actually, and I just flashed it over to 47, so it'll be under your ports there, or 41, excuse me. So you just, you right click on it, and you go to Properties, and then Port Settings, Advanced, and then you can just change your port right there by clicking on that and changing it to whatever you want. So we're going to go back out, and we're going to go through the next part. After you get all the way down to changing that, and then you run your LG Flash tool. And from there, so right at this point, disregard the rest of the stuff that says in here, because frankly it doesn't matter. This is for flashing a different thing. This is just a tutorial for flashing a bricked phone. But as of right there, so on number 11, run that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to this site because you're going to need the files out of here. And let's see here. You have XDA developers The thread number on that is 1956347. Go ahead and pause, get to this website because you're going to have to download some stuff off this one. And this is going to be where your actual ice cream sandwich is going to come from. And this is pretty simple. It says here, installation, download ROM file. In that RAR file, there'll be two files. One is the bin file and one is the FLS. You flash them both using the LG Flash tool as like you normally would do. The problem is, not many people have normally done this. This was my first time. So, I'm going to show you how to do this because this was a pain in the ass trying to figure out. So now we're going to go to LG Flash tool, like I was saying. And wherever you downloaded that, that file, that RAR file, you extract the files, and these are going to be the two files that are in it. And that's the AP bin and that. This is the driver file. If you can't, I don't remember if it was in there or not, but download that. That's the one that seems to work best. Okay, then what you're going to do is take your phone and power it off. Disconnect USB, and this is where it gets really difficult for me because you're going to have to put this into download mode. And how to do that is you hit volume up while pressing in the USB. Well, I can't do this with one hand, so I'm going to set the phone down for a second, but yeah, volume up. So give me 1 second here. There we go, it's in. And you keep on holding the volume up button, and the computer just made a noise. And mine says a little different. It's showing it's in download mode. That's because I'm running this Korean ice cream sandwich. On the LG Thrill, it didn't show anything when I was first doing it. But then you go to OK. You're going to go up to the port here and make sure port 1 is clicked. It won't be clicked. That's the only thing that you need in here. So make sure port 1 is clicked. Close this out. And that's in this little file thing here. Then you go over to this arrow, and it should say ready. Now what you need to do again is grab your phone, unplug it all, and I'm going to set this down again because you have to hit the volume down and put the USB in. So 1 second again. And so now I'm holding this down, and I'm kind of doing both. Because boom, now it's in download. And actually I'm going to flip the phone over here while showing you this, which I'm going to hold this here, and you're going to get real time how long this takes. Oops, and I did this wrong. Ha, go figure. Let's see here. Let me go back. Good way to show you guys. Real-time issues now. Huh, why isn't that working? Let's go. I'm going to remove that one. See, this is the first time I've done this after it, so now I'm going to set this down again, put my phone back into download mode, so, and it doesn't hurt your phone doing that, so undo. Volume up, USB in, battery in. Okay, just going again. Okay, it made the beep. Go OK. Ready. Let's try this again. I gotta undo it. Okay. What's going on? That's why. Battery wasn't in. Let's try this again. Battery in, volume up, hold down, USB in, like that. Okay. Let's see if this is going to work. Worked from earlier. Okay, it looks like it's going to work here now. This is going to take a while. But like I said, I'm going to give it to you real time, so this takes like 5-6 minutes. Not quite sure why that didn't work with both of them in there. It worked when I did it the first time. You might have to play around a little bit with it. I have not bricked my phone doing this. I have had to experiment with a lot of different things because I did not know how to use this LG Flash tool that well. So, and hopefully this won't give me an error. If it's going to give it to me soon. And it doesn't, okay. I have the clock on there so you can see that. Need some Jeopardy theme music now. Guess I'm going to find out how long of a video YouTube will let me do. There we go, let's do some more. There we go, now it's actually writing. Good deal. Okay, 225 seconds. This will speed up. We're at the 5-minute mark on this. So I'm taking some of these people are going to be fast forwarding the heck through all this, but I don't know what to say while this is going on. All I know is about frickin' time. And hopefully this will all work because I'm reflashing my phone right now, as you can see. So, oops, and I just hit the volume down while I was doing that on this one. Oh, like I said, it's still doing some more stuff. Good. This should be starting to speed up now. Oop. Jumps up to 80. And it's all it's doing is resetting your phone. I don't remember this happening. I think it happens with this version. But maybe this is going to happen. The last time I remember, it actually just... I just had to power it up. I think this... Once I got this in, it started doing this. But it's still progressing. You've got to let this ride all the way to 100. Don't disconnect before 100. It won't ever say it's finished, but wait till 100. And since I've had half this stuff done, I have a feeling that my baseband and everything's going to be flashed in there. But I'm going to show you how to flash baseband. And maybe that's why it wasn't working before when I had both of them. What I would do is, with the LG Flash tool, put both those files in that I had said that it says to do, and do it that way. If it doesn't work, just do the bin file. The FLS is going to be your baseband. The bin file is actually your programming, which obviously you want that. So, and then it's in yeah, there we go. Finally went to English. If not, you just gotta go, and you just go next. And yeah, to log in, which, by the way, I deleted everything off my phone to show you guys this. So you guys better be happy. Let's go this way. I'm gonna just skip everything. See the best way to do this. Next. Next. Done. Okay, I don't know if baseband's going to work yet, which I kind of hope it doesn't, because then I can show you how to do this the right way. Give it a second to boot up here. Which is not, which is good, because now I get to make sure that the way I did it last time is going to work. Okay. So, now you have ice cream sandwich, but you have no baseband. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to head back over here. You got to close this program out. So, do you really want to exit? Yes, I do. Now we're going to go LG Flash Tool again. And then you want to keep the top one, that driver in, but go to manually select, which you can find basebands by doing a search under Google XDA. Just look for basebands for this. I don't have the link for it right now, but I'm going to remove all, and then I'm going to go add, and I happen to have a file of basebands. So I'm going to go to, let's see here, basebands, and the one that worked for me is right there. This is the one that worked the best, and I'm in the US, so it's the V18A, the October So they'll click on that, put that in there. Now we got to go back to this phone thing again. So we got to send this back into download mode. Unplug it, and I'm going to set you down for just a second so I can put this back in download. Oops. Which helps if I unplug the phone. Let's try this again. Okay. Let's see here. Up and holding it should go into download mode. Download mode, and that's what you'll get now, putting it in download mode. Go to OK. You don't need to change any of your settings, so just OK, and then the arrow up top. Ready. Now I gotta do it all one more time. So I'll set you down. Okay, this part is pretty important, so I gotta go into download mode. There you go. And there you go. And this is going to do something that you're not going to expect, and hopefully this will work with, because, yeah, I mean, it surprised me that it worked. So we're flashing the baseband just like we were before, and it says up there the baseband, everything else. But this is, I think, the farthest it's... No, where's it going to get? I know it doesn't make it all the way through this. So don't be surprised. We're going to get an error here. And I'm sure there's some reason why you get an error. I don't know why. But it works, and that's all that matters, right? And it should be giving me an error. It usually gives an error right around 94 seconds. Okay, it's going to make an ass of me. Oh, that's why, because there's no... There it is. 102 seconds. Okay. It gives an error. The download failed. Whatever. Now, onto your phone. So, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go power this bitch back up. Now, in theory, if I did this right, which I did before, you should have radio frequency now. Even though it's a download error, or download fail, it still worked. So now we're going to let this thing boot all the way up. Okay, be nice to me here. Huh. Oh, there it goes. Sweet. Takes a little bit. Now, obviously you have to, I'm not going to set my time now, but obviously you got to go in and set your APM. Everybody's APM is going to be different. You're going to have to look online. I'm going to just set mine real quick here just to show you that data is working, because that's a big one too. So we're going to go system settings, and where to set your APM, which took me a little bit to find because I'm not familiar with the ice cream sandwich, is you go more, mobile networks, there you go, add new APN, and I'm using Airfires, so yeah, and the keyboard is in Japanese to start with, but there's a button right here to bring it to English. So I'm trying to remember what it is. HTTP. And I'm having trouble typing left-handed. I gotta find the plus sign. Let's see here. Like I said, everybody's gonna be different. I think that is mine. Save. Activate. And this is what was throwing me off last night, because nothing pops up yet. So what I'm going to do is restart the phone. And it takes a little bit after everything. I mean, everything's got to boot up before you start getting. Oh, I got radio now. Data connection, allow. Using 3G data. And I have data. There you go. That is the complete real-time, step-by-step on how to take your LG Thrill up to the next level at 4.0.4 ice cream sandwich with data. The next project is going to be figuring out how to root this damn thing so I can take all this crap off, because there's a lot of like Korean stuff on here that does not work in the US. So, but yeah, it's got all the 3D stuff on there and everything else. So my next video will be that, and I'll be putting new custom firmware on here just to do it. So thank you. Have a good one.